Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Hey guys, Laugh It Up Fuzzball 70 here. Hope you're all well. Today I thought I'd give you a update, for want of better words, on my original vintage collection figures. By no means complete, as you can see in front of you there. Probably about halfway, but I thought I might show you some of my favourites, and indeed maybe point out some of the ones I'm still looking for. Maybe chuck a few facts and figures in there along the way. Action figures by Kenner, originally produced from 78 after a bit of a surprise start in that they didn't realise how popular and what the demand might be. 78 through to sort of 84, 85. By 1985 it's fair to say that the interest in Star Wars action figures had really dropped off. However, maybe another point of note at that time, by 1985 Kenner had gone on to produce in that period of time somewhere like 250 million action figures. So across that period of 6-7 years, it was incredibly popular, really popular. Right, let's move on to some of my particular favourites within my collection. Let's start at the front here. We could only really start with Han and Greedo squaring up at one another. The Han there is the large head variant. There is also a small head variant of him. Greedo, as you can see here, looks somewhat different from the actual movie, and indeed his colours and or lack of colours really. It's all of a generic shades of green. But yeah, really cool. Moving across. Here we have Darth Vader, who is actually in scale compared to the other action figures itself, but obviously much too slight in build. But he's actually in scale, and he has his red lightsaber there. Luke was decided to give him a yellow lightsaber at the time, when obviously in the film it was like a bluey whitey kind of a colour. But yeah, he was given a yellow lightsaber. I recently got Luke, so he's one of my newer figures. But he didn't have his lightsaber, so I managed to get a reproduction of one of those, so that's all good. And next to him is Obi-Wan. Once again, Obi-Wan with his vinyl cape on and his blue lightsaber. Along from him you have a couple of the droids. Maybe an interesting point to note is R2 on the bottom of any R2 unit you'll find the date stamp of 77. For some reason Kenner never changed it. It stayed at 77 throughout the whole production line, from 77 through to, I don't know when the last R2 was produced, I suppose it was around 84. So don't be fooled, because as any of the eagle-eyed of you amongst you will notice, he's got his sensor scope, which didn't appear until The Empire Strikes Back, so he couldn't be 1977 if you think about it logically. To the side of him we have Jawa. Now the original Jawa, when he first came out, he was actually in a vinyl cape. Very rare, very hard to find, almost impossible to find mint on card. Lots of fakes, lots of forgeries. Probably someone that would be worth talking to about these sort of things is a guy called MKM Films. Check out his channel, really knowledgeable, and he has lots of the original carded figures throughout the production line, and indeed he has some of the prototype figures as well. So yeah, MKM Films, go check him out, he's worth a look. Moving along to the side of him, we have the Biker Scout. The Biker Scout there was kindly donated to me by Sith Lord 229. What can I say? You all know Steve. He's a superstar of the Star Wars galaxy, and very kindly donated him to my collection. So yeah, I'm really pleased with him, and he certainly sits there with pride of place. Next to him we have Lando. Now Lando, there's two variants of Lando. There's a Lando showing his teeth, like a bit of Jaws, and then there's a Lando that doesn't show his teeth. But there's two variants of him. Neither is particularly more common or uncommon than the other, so that's what it is. And across over here we have the Emperor here. One of the last figures produced from Return of the Jedi. Right at the back we have, if I lift this up, we have a Wampa. Originally, when he was boxed in the Empire Strikes Back line, he came out as literally named a Wampa. They changed it over to Hoth Wampa as he went along. And then round the back there, sitting on the bar, you see Salacious Crumb. He came out in '83 amongst the Jabba playset. At the front here we have C3PO. Really cool looking figure. Really pleased with him. And then if I just sort of give you an overview of some of the others from behind, you'll notice there's a Return of the Jedi Luke, who's missing most of his things. He should have a blaster, a lightsaber and a cloak. You see here, one of my kind of a random favourite figure, 21B here, the medical droid, and his assistant over the back. You see the Emperor's Royal Guard there. Chewie, gotta love the Chewie. Luke in his X-Wing. AT-AT commander at the back. Han in Hoth. And there we go. Walrus Man, Ponda Baba, as some of you guys might know him. But yeah, that's my collection as it stands currently. Ones I'm looking for, well, I mean, you know, the list is long, but ones in particular I would love to pick up soon would be Leia, a nice white looking Leia with her vinyl cape and blaster. A sand person would be fantastic as well, and obviously Yoda. I would like to sit Yoda over the back there. I think that's a place for him there. The first 4 figures produced, incidentally, were Luke, Leia, Chewie and R2. And if you have amongst your figures at home, or indeed ever pick up at a flea market, a boot sale, a second-hand store, a telescoping lightsaber from one of the original figures, then hold on to it, because it's worth a lot of money. So that's definitely something to look out for amongst your travels. As always, your thoughts, feedback, comment are really appreciated. And until the next time, take care of yourselves. Cheers now. Bye-bye.